Welcome to another video. And this video we're going to talk about absolute relative percentage error. So we are talking about percentage error in this video. In the previous video, we talked about absolute and how to calculate or how to find absolute and also relative errors. So those are the things that we talked about. And in this video, we're going to talk about now the percentage. So how do we find the absolute percentage error, and also how do we find the relative percentage error? So for the absolute percentage error, there is a formula which is used, and also for the relative percentage error, there is a formula which is used. So for the absolute percentage error, we'll say absolute, which is percentage error. I'll use P, percentage error is equal to, so we'll say it is equal to the absolute error, and then divide the true value, and then multiply by 100%. So multiply by 100%. So this is the formula which is used when I'm finding the absolute percentage error. Remember, this formula is the one that is used when you're finding the percentage absolute error. So there's absolute percentage error. It is equal to absolute error, and then divide by the true value, and then multiply by 100%. We proceed, we go to the relative percentage error. So the relative percentage error, which is the RPE, so relative percentage error is equal to equals, which is the relative error, so the relative error, and then multiply by 100%. So here we multiply by 100%. So we just get the relative error that you have found, and then you multiply it by 100%. So these are the terms which are there. So APRE stands for the absolute percentage error, and then AE stands for the absolute error, and then TV stands for the true value, and then this side RPE stands for the relative percentage error, and then RE stands for the relative error. So these are the formulas that are used. So we are talking about percentage because all of them percent is it's up out of 100. So we are using the same formula, the same example that we used. So this is the same example that we used when you're finding the absolute error and also the relative error. This is the same example. So a teacher measured a length of a line to be 2 meters. So these 2 meters, that is our recorded. This is our recorded value, which is our RV recorded value. And then if the actual length is 3 meters, so 3 meters is our true value. So our TV there, which is our true value. So this is our recorded value, and this is our true value. So I explained how to find the absolute error in the previous video. If you didn't, if you don't know how to find the absolute error, you can still go back to the previous video and watch the previous video. And also, if you don't know how to find the how to calculate the relative error. So we are going to use the formula here, which is the absolute percentage error. So here, so APE, which is the absolute percentage error. Let me do something here. So absolute percentage error is equal to, which is absolute error. In the previous video, we found that when we divide, you have to divide, because absolute error is calculated whereby you divide, you subtract the recorded value, which is 2. So we subtract 2, take away 3. And then once you find the answer that you find, you have to magnitude it. So you have to find the answer that you find. If it is -1, then it has to give you a +1. So if it is a +1, it has to give you a +1. So positive, they don't change unless the negatives are the ones that changes. So negative number, you have to change to 1. So that is our absolute error. So absolute error was 1. And then we divide by the true value. True value is 3 there. So 3, and then we multiply it by 100. We multiply it by 100. Multiply it by 100%. So we multiply it by 100%. So say absolute percentage error is equal to, which is 1/3 of 100. It will give us 3.33%. That's how it will give us. You can use a calculator, or you can still say 3 into 100. It will give us 33.33. That's how it will give you. So this is our absolute percentage error. This is how we find the absolute percentage error. We go to the relative percentage error. The relative percentage error, we use this formula here. So relative percentage error is equal to the relative error. The relative error, how do we find the relative error? The relative error is found by dividing the absolute error, which is 1, divided by the true value, which is 3. And then when you divide this, it will give you 3.3 or 0, sorry. So it will give us 0. It will give us 0.33 and 3333, which is a non-terminating decimal. So it will give us that. So this is our relative error. This is how we explained in the previous video. That in the previous video, there is also formulas there, so you can check out how to find the relative errors, which are the formulas there. So, and then from there, we proceed. So it is 0.3. So say it is 0.33. This is our relative error. And then we multiply it by 100%. So we multiply it by 100%. And then we're going to find the relative percentage error. Relative percentage error is equal to, which is 0.33 multiplied by 100. It simply means that this point will move 2 times going to the left-hand side. It would go into the right-hand side because there are 2 zeros here, which is for the 100. So this point will move 2 times going to the right-hand side. So if it moves 2 times going to the right-hand side, then it will be, for example, we have 0.333. Remember what I said? I said these 3s, they are non-terminating. They are non-terminating decimals, so they are repeating each other. So we usually put a bar, which simply shows that these 3s, they are continuously repeating each other. So when you round off, or when you take the point 2 times to the left-hand side, so it will be 2 times to the right-hand side, I mean. So it will be 1 and then 2. So the point will be here. So it will be 3.33. That's how it will be. So it will be 3.33, which is percent, because it is a percentage. So this is the value which is there. So you can see that this value and this value are the same, but we use different formulas. So you have to solve it. You use different formulas, so they will still give you the same. So that's how it is. So this 0, for those who may ask, you say, how did the 0 disappear? 0 in front of a number is not significant. So 0 in front of a number is not significant. We don't usually count it as a 0 there. So we can't say 0.33. No, we can't say like that. It's because it is not significant. So we just have to write it as 33.33. So that is our value, which is percent. It has to be represented with a percent. Thank you very much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video.